abanyakuri Sadiza bundi bugi abanyakuri Ntoroko abanyakuri Kasese inyoni nibatangira mu cyekaniza enu kanda abanyakuri Ankole abanyakuri district zone Kazo ibane byo kabene gene byolumu ni kutangira mu cyekaniza enu kanda ni gamali wole ko nogonza radio n ninyo jo wakemu mu studios kaneserero kubana inywe live mu studios zena abanyakuri ya YouTube channel yaito ni musora ido kutufollowinga yeste kaun 98.0 Britop FM nda kusanga kurungi then teka ikaguzo kyao comment yao yona at following urabera oko then tujya kusoma comment yao ndiki kigaruka mu cyao ikaguzo kyao kiraboka gwize niko abakuroni barambagaruka mu toreka garuka mu ikaguzo byanyu YouTube channel was very active kairekan uso following na honora bayo. Okay kale reka tangira abagenyi bange batoyanjira mu studios then tutandikira reka tandikira
Otumu no mutekaniza programu egi tusemerere muno kuba nti otubungisize hano kwijja kusobora kugambira abantu baitu ebikwata arunaku rwaba fruit rundiki the refugees mabara gange nganyata tumusime Patrick ndi clinical psychologist ni nkora na TPO Uganda omukyaka tu refugee settlement.
Okay. We want to kutangira. Thank you for coming. Oh, Lord, can't turn it there, okay? Because so good.
Muno moderator. On behalf of UNHCR, how UNHCR na OPM ne bitongole byona ebikulinda obuhangwa mu kyaka tu refugee settlement na government ya Kiyegebu. Mabara gange ne muganyizi Godfrey ni nkuli byokulinda obuhangwa as environment officer kyaka tu refugee settlement.
Okay. We bali kwija.
Amabala Katsabe Chaz,
You can turn.
Amabala Katsabe Chaz, ni nkora kitongole kya Allied mu community based protection.
Okay. So atulirize a team iraye mu studios niyo egyo then nimanya kutuli bayingi abanyakuririza hero turabaheza kaire muteresi mu maisaho then abanyakora YouTube channel yaito nayo nahora bayo teka 98.0 Britop FM nawe kusanga ikuru mutuli live then teka commentary kuzo kyabo bakuru banu baragakom daka tutandikane songe nkuru iya today
otyo muno mutekaniza ensonge enkuru tulesire hano kubaza hali embera yaba refugees omukyaka tu settlement camp na Uganda okutwara hamu ebiro 20 okwezi kuno tukajaguza ekiro kyaba refugees omunsi yona International Refugee Day na bwekyo twizirano creating awareness omubantu omulingo kigutukusa kutangiriramu abantu abakwani bavunda kurwo mu nsi ezindi nengeri kigutukusa kuba konyera mu bakwa services anko kumbasoboroire nti nkukola na TPO ebintu ebimu tinja kusaba kubibaza mu lulimi lwaitu olwansi nja kubigaba mu lujungu. So TPO is a non-governmental organization. TPO stands for Transcultural Psychosocial Support. So it means transcultural, it means we work with different cultures or multicultures and by providing them psychosocial support. These people, these refugees, when they come, when we welcome them in our countries, they come with a lot of burdens, they come with a lot of challenges, of which some of them do create mental illnesses in them. Because TPO, the major role of TPO is mental health and psychosocial support. Those are the basic things that we provide. TPO vision is to see that the society where communities enjoy mental health and social economic well-being. So that is our vision, and our mission is to empower communities to improve their mental, social, and economic well-being in a sustainable way. So TPO is a leading mental health organization in Uganda offering mental health services. It is operating in more than 45 districts in Uganda in 3 regions. So we do provide mental health services and psychosocial support. Because when these refugees come, running away from their native countries, after facing a lot of challenges, they do face a lot of mental illnesses or mental disorders. So our major role or our main objective is to give them services as regards of reducing their mental health challenges, to alleviate the challenges that they do face. We have approaches that we use when these refugees arrive in our country, we do offer PFA, which means we give them psychological first aid. As they arrive in our country, they are faced with a lot of psychological challenges. So we give them psychological first aid as soon as they arrive. We also empower, we also educate them, give them psycho-education. So education that is educating them on psychological factors that they are going through, how they can manage them. Because in this world, you cannot solve people's challenges, but you do empower them with skills and knowledge so that they can solve their own problems. We also create awareness, creating awareness in them on how to handle mental health services and the socioeconomic well-being and the other social factors. We also do empower them we check when they are settled, then we start giving them specialized therapies. Because at the moment, as they arrive, you can't handle them, they still have stress, they are tired, they have a lot of challenges. But after settling, then we start conducting individual therapies, group therapies, and family therapies. Among others, we don't only psychoeducate and do that, we also run problem management that we call PM+. We also conduct some other several functions. TPO, we group them for problem management because there's a times where you find that these refugees, they have challenges which are similar, basing on their environment and where they are staying and where they came from. So when we look at these refugees, these people, we group them basing on their similar problems. And we conduct them as a group and we give them skills because it reduces our efforts and the economic expenses when you handle a group. But that group must be having the same challenges. When we go to behaviors, there's what we call the CBT. We do conduct CBT sessions or therapies. CBT, these are cognitive behavioral therapies. It majorly aims at changing people's negative behaviors to positive behaviors. And this one, to conduct it well, we use the ABC model. ABC model, this is when you are to help them effectively, you look at the activating event. A stands for activating event. You look at the events that activated the challenges that they are facing. Then we look at the beliefs. After encountering those challenges, what beliefs do they have or do they contain in their heads or in their brains? And after that, then we look at the consequences. What consequences have they suffered or have they gone through? After identifying those three, then you are in line of helping them. But if you don't identify those, it might be a big challenge.
Okay, now maybe before we go to another issue there.
Yeah.
You group these people according to the challenges they do have. Yeah. If you are to help them come out of such challenges.
Exactly.
What could be some of those challenges these people face?
Normally, when you look at now, mostly we have refugees coming from DRC Congo, Rwanda, and the neighboring countries. Most of them are coming to Uganda. This influx is a result of ethnic wars and tribal wars and other related wars in their countries. So you find that when they are going through these challenges, some of them, their relatives are killed and butchered in front of them. You find some children and men, you find that the mother is raped in front of the children. You find that even these blasts, the bombs when they are blasting, they do cause a lot of mental problems. So all that causes a lot of depression, it causes a lot of trauma. So when they are traumatized, you find that a big number of them, the majority, are traumatized. So when you find that you have if you have a group of 20 people, you identify that at least maybe 8 are suffering from trauma. Then you will group those 8 into that group because they have similar challenges of trauma and depression.
So how many so far do we have in our settlement since we are celebrating this day? How many do we have so far, the refugees in the settlement here?
Excuse me.
You respond that.
Okay.
Okay, it's okay. Maybe
We have
let's finalize this one. Then of course I'll get you. Let him
You're
finalize.
welcome.
Let him finalize then.
Ekikaguzi ky'okumanya enamba y'abarefugee bali bayinga mu settlement tikiikirizibwa kutuukibwa mu bantu. Nyowe tidino bugabe kibaza ali suppose kuba settlement commandant for security purposes.
Okay. Then on
top of that, TPO offers individualized sessions or individualized therapies. There are some refugees who have their own challenges, but because of security, then and we have for the confidentiality part of ethics, and a client may come and say, I will only open up when I'm alone.
Okay.
You find that some clients, even if they are couples, they cannot open up when the husband is around. And the husband may not open up when the wife is around. So here we carry out individualized sessions or therapies. At times we group them. There's what we call co-counselors. I might be a counselor having another therapist, another counselor who is a lady. Then the lady will handle the wife, and me as a man, I will handle the husband. Then after interacting with them, that's when we can bring them together as a couple counseling or as a family. When we find out even there are some other challenges that are maybe are affecting the children at home and other relatives living with them, then we conduct a family therapy. And lastly, what makes TPO unique is that we are advanced because we carry out all levels of mental health and psychosocial support. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much for that very brief introduction about our today's topic. Okay, nikiriza ningenda kutangira another participant kandi nihera ngo urimi rugenda kuhinduka onukake. Okay, so we can have another one which shall be alternating. Yes, someone, another person can come. Okay. Yeah, you can come this side. You can come this side. You can use this seat. Okay, you're come.
All right, thank you so much. Amabala gange nibanyita Immaculate otero sirumanyi nnyo naye weno gye tubeera tufuuka Baluganda. Amanya gange mpitibwa Immaculate Baluka olana Oxfam Chakatu Refugee Settlement. Tandikirewa Oxfam ekolaki? Okay. So mu Chakatu Refugee Settlement, Oxfam ye liwonga implementing partner eya WASH. Kigambo WASH kitegeeza okola ku by'amazzi, obuyonjo obwa environment n'obuyonjo obw'omuntu. Kati looking at water, wengamba nti water bategeeza amazzi mu Luganda, mu Kiswahili kitegeeza maji. So kama Oxfam tunafanya vya maji, vya usafi na tunafanya vya mazingira na disaster risk management and reduction. Tunatumika na partners like JESE and CS Bank in the environment bit. So majorly, when I talk about water supply, in Chaka, all water is supplied by Oxfam. We do water treatment, and then we do pipeline extension. We have reservoir tanks where the water is pumped and distributed all over in the settlement. We have 3 distribution points or water treatment points, which one is Sweswe, then the other one is Buliti, then another one is Bujubuli. So, looking at the theme of right to seek safety, protect and conserve the environment, all our activities are done in a way that the refugees that we received are safe.
Okay.
The safety that they wanted to find is found. So we try our level best to see that we supply safe water, treated, well chlorinated. We also do repair of tap stands. We train so many pump mechanics who support in repairing of the water points once they are exposed, maybe a tap stand or a borehole. Then also, we've been providing spare parts for those boreholes and tap stands. But at the moment, with funding from UNHCR, Oxfam has shops. These shops are not owned by Oxfam, but by community members, where the community is going to be purchasing spare parts and also pay labor for repairing their boreholes or water points.
Okay.
This is this is done to reach to the level of sustainability. Tomorrow, when Oxfam is not there, what can the refugees do without us?
Okay.
You know, what can we really do if maybe the organizations that are supporting us are no longer there? There was the funding, because you know, day by day, the fundings that we used to receive is not the same as the one we are receiving today. So all these activities are aimed at sustainability. We also do under sanitation. We do latrine construction, household latrine. We do communal latrines. When we receive new refugees, where they are, before they are settled where they are to be settled, we make sure we provide wash facilities like communal latrines, we provide hand washing facilities, we provide soap. So that's a new person who has just been brought in Uganda or received in Chaka as a refugee, has a starting point with his or her health being safe.
Okay.
So at household level, we distribute household materials. We have dome-shaped slabs that we cast. Also, we trained a community group for sustainability. So they cast the dome-shaped slabs made of cement, wire mesh, and those other components. So then those slabs are distributed freely to the refugees that have excavated pits. And this one also is protecting the environment, because we are still in the theme of the World Refugee Day of this year of environmental protection and conservation. So we moved away from the treated logs, whereby they used to cut logs, maybe eucalyptus trees, they size them, then they treat them, then you lay on your latrine pits and you construct. So now here, it is changed. We have already transitioned from that stage of using treated logs to that of using what? The dome-shaped slab. And that dome-shaped slab, you can use it this time, and you can also use it another time. Like it is reusable.
Okay.
Yeah, so you just get it once. Then when your latrine is filled up,
How is its longevity?
yeah, it can take like 5 years. Then you shift to another latrine.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
then these things are provided to the nationals only, or sorry, to the refugees only, or to the boss? Talk of water, then talk of these slabs, talk of other services. Are they free? They need to all people, or?
Yeah, these services are all free of charge.
Okay.
We provide free services. We don't require a refugee to pay for it. Then the other bits of either both nationals and refugees benefits, yeah, the 30% is always there. When our budgets, always when we receive, we always plan for 30% to the national side, and then the 70% to the refugees. Only that there are those specific ones that come for refugees. For example, the latrines are specifically for the refugees. But when you come to water supply, for example, in Sweswe Nyaburungi, we have a tank and also have pipes and tap stands in the national side. So we do that to both nationals and refugees, but the percentage of the 30% is what always considered. Yeah. Then also, we have so many innovative ideas for sustainability. We do solid waste management. Oxfam, with the funding still from UNHCR, we have a solid waste group, majorly in Bukere, that is bigger. And also we have another one in Sweswe and Biabakora, but the one that has really picked up is the one in Bukere. They collect solid waste in their trading center. And how is it done? The community members, through the community engagement, they were able to come up with how much they can pay, and their waste is managed by the volunteer groups. Because now if Oxfam leaves or any other partner, Samizi, that is providing services, be it TPO, how will they continue? So
the sustainability now.
The sustainability. So this group collects a fee from every business entity or every business door. You pay 1,000, and that 1,000, that is per week. Then it is used for hiring a truck to transport the solid waste. We also have a sorting shed. The solid waste is sorted. So the biodegradable, we use it for making briquettes. How do we do that? We maybe in some ways we'll talk about that because it is almost the same. And then we also have the fecal briquettes, the dislodging team. When your latrine is filled up, we train the group that can come and empty the toilets with the Galper machine, and then you can continue using the latrine without reconstructing another latrine.
Conserve the environment.
Yeah, so that waste still, we take it, we have a site, the fecal sludge site. It is then made into a sludge cake, and then we also make fecal briquettes. So another group is also there. So Oxfam, we have so many innovative ideas that are still coming up.
So you don't waste
No,
things.
and also we are under Rotary. We are almost receiving the funds whereby we are going to recycle plastic. So that when we have sorted out the biodegradable is used, the plastic bit, how are we going to have it recycled or made into to use, other than just leaving it in the community so that the cycle of solid waste is made complete. I can stop there. Thanks so much for hosting us.
Thank you.
Thanks so much for TPO for having us part of the panelists in this show. We are really grateful as Oxfam to have this platform to express what we do. Thank you a lot.
Wow, thank you so much. Of course, Oxfam mukora abantu kurabatunga actually obuherezo burungi. You can follow us software gaita kuraba YouTube channel yaitu kabuno bakamwita utulekere maybe mu offices. You can share the link. Of course, they can also join us via the YouTube channel, and then you software gaitaho nambere muri hoona wherever you are. You can join us via the YouTube channel, take out 98.0 Britop FM. Tayo comment yazo gisanga then tubaze unayo. Sinde kuja kusaka ile kangi bunyikirize rekandarizo mugambi onte. I think now the language will somehow change. The language should change.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, amabara gange abanyita Searchers kumbayimba gambye indigo mukitongole kya Alight.
Yes.
Alight eri implementing partner ya UNHCR. Alight tune sectors nyingi kambanga community based protection document services okusanga abakimbizi oba ensuruki etuziha non-food items ebintu bitali byokulya gambanga engoye saboni sanitary pads na construction materials. Construction materials tugira emiti emiguha byokusibisa emiti na kina plastic sheeting oba taplinezo. Then ekintu ekindi twine child protection twine sector eyo ekorgans wana bana. So abana bona twine ngeti paketalinga for abana batayine bazaire abana abayirukire nabazaire baitu babanagaho nebintu ebindawo. Then twine mu GBV sector ekorganizwa nabantu abali violated abateyirwe hambirwe abana batabahambirwe abakazi bakuru abateyirwe obahambirwe hano mu Uganda obahambirwe mu ihanga libalirukire ni baruga. So na yetu gine. So twine mu na sector endi ya legal ekuha obuhabuzi amateka na legal advice omuntu akozwe omusango oba nsuruki era kwatamu yetu omusango wayo kurante ekozeki itere kurungi oba eri mu court twine ba lawyers abakusa kugenda bakamuha amagezi ngeri yokuraki kwatamu amateka na omusango wayo. Twine mu the mental health and sexual support sector ne kora counseling kuha counseling services in Sorokin. So kwenda wakaire nja kwaza ebintu bitito kosa aijom tubayagena World Refugee Day tukusima muno ba partners na ba stakeholders aba contributing ile current ekiro kya ensuruki kyagenda kulungi gamba nka ebitongole bindi byone ebikyaka na roho na abakuru abarugirege hano na district abayizire kubaho kubujulizi gamanka MP wa Chak Central ECAL RDC na DPC then kusima na ensuki na ba host community kuranti ba obusinge ba kipingira obusinge bairo kulungi ekiro kyabo kyakoraki kyatambura kulungi nko areas ezindi osanga ni baleta confusion biki baitu ekiro kitambwirege kulungi then refugee groups ezba from ingirege na messages babeni badisinatinga lo messages badisinatinga gamba nka groups ezabazini nizorekya omuntu bwakuba ayirukira mu ihangaliye akaija hano bamukwata mbata bamutangirira bata biche bibakumuha that open door policy ati bamutangira kutamu ihanga kati bamwemererize ibintu ebyengiri nkezo then innovative ideas ezibayiro hari sincerely speaking nkusima buli omu akozideki abayiro then ekintu ekindi exhibition aroho aba empungi ankaba farmers abalimi kyobeni buleke anti bwo kwiruko mu ihangaliye ukaija mu ihangaliye nu usakulima akantu kanu kakakuha entire bakakakuha ekintu cyo kuchusa obulamu bwawe ba art craft aba emikono abo kubumba ebijega kukola emikeeka so that abantu babaye idol bayirukira mahanga gabo bajo mu ihanga lino baitu wara developmental ideas baine nisa kuba sindi ku maiso kubandi bachusa muki embera zabo then na managemental environment management skills ezibayiroho government nko kubumba amariba kuchumbira noteka mwenku ntito kandi mere nekolaki neya omukaire katito habwa kaire mbe ntakona kusisa kaire kaingi ekankumaho mpeno mutayi wangu onde abe nakolaki
okay, thank you so much. Thank you. You can just alternate. So tuwegaite of course abaja kulaga YouTube channel tuwegaiteho tuwega comment yawe message yawe kitakuzo kyawe tunatugaruka mutuna ba Adram Studios kantu bazakiro cyaba refugees ekinya kubereho weekend baberga eno on Monday mutaka celebrate kandi abakora ni musus ndoga kusharinga sogo tarizo munazo mukuna kutangira
once again ni nyomukanyizi Godfrey ni nkora na Samizi Institute for Social Development, a training institute ya social development nesangwa piki kyonka tukora emirimo yo UNHCR project na parte ndeko bakuta UNHCR project tukora habya amazing kana kivare settlement ezikyaka honga nutakora habya amazing tunakipale tukora habya amazing angwali kyaka rwamwanje ukiko na tubikora kyonka nukyaka tukora ho livelihood bimuntu kurungwa funira hata ingwebesaho no kurinda buhango nyo kikuru muno nikora byo buhango kandi nko muramo mukuru gwikiro kikuru kya refugee gugambirege omuntu oyino bugabe kuba ahantu hona kandi kurangu kuba kureka iro bugabe aba ahantu hona ogeze kurinda buhango kugisoire tukafuna aba refugee bangi bajya mu cyoko bayizire muno ujya kusanga bakube namba yabo yongeire nibateme emiti bafuna hari bararima nibateme emiti bafuna hari barayombeka nibateme emiti kufune ku nibateme emiti nibasiso buhango mu ingeri nyingi muno kurangu babayi bakozere kibasoboire kuba nje kitukubaterera gozi tubayira abantu babatuli baingi bayikara hamu cyonka tugeze okurangu twakora kitwarinda buhango ningeza bye kinja kuba abobwire kuba butito nja kuleta bike bikuleteza obuhango bwezi kusisikara obuhango bwezi nibusisikara kakusanga uta abantu genda tukutalibaniza tuteme emiti tulima ambisaru ikireta obuhango bwezi iki yakande mikembi ntu kya kasasiro ntu kya biki ntu kya bivera nibiruga mu oboyo rubi rundi nebite bitukusindika mu maize nako tugena tukatalibaniza ngaija mu obutu ekinde kikizire kusisa obuhango eri namba y'abantu kuhingurane kabanyingi muno abantu bakumara kuba bayingi muno nibakora ebintu bingi kusisa obuhangwa nukamini bajja kuli makubi bali mbiceke bitakwetagisibwa nibajja kutema emiti yona nibanaga kasasiro wabuli kika kyona bino bicupa bino bivera bino biki twagaruka ekinte ekindi kitukwesere okukwata kubyo buchafu abantu bakwata kubyo bichafu byabo ati no kusanga muntu mukuru na rubata nanywa akacupa ka amaizi akacupa na naga ekyo Rwanda tikitaha yoramara kunywa amaizi gaba akakwata no naga akacupa ni bakwafaini ekyo bayengeza unaita abantu tuhindura ingeso zaitu mu Uganda tube mu witeke mu kitiniso gambe nyanywa kamaizi ka amaizi tingambe kali ngotamire onywire kunywa amaizi go fumi akacupa rubata wakanaga hosisiro buhango obali nekintu kya mukavera okwesa kavera wakanaga tugeze kuhindura enkora yaitu
ubigufa akacupa kano soka handulinga kurungi
ukakahuru kakiteka mu kiyoka
ukateka mu kiyoka njya kusemera
ukagenda kwesa nekintu kintu talikanaga bulabula kasangire
okay
ekite kikwetebwa kusisa emiti bayiraba abantu bojo nyo kinu kiegegwa district
okutema ebibira obuhato
tema ebibira ni musakuba nambe mukwanyondo base Uganda ate mukwika abarifugee tukafuna abarifugee bayingi barombere kabamba barracks hali balimire kicholi kino none kitigizira bayite emiti batemere tokubara hane kikunsemeza na government etere mu amana ati tukora na National Forest Authority twizira hano mukiegego bagigarurire kimu hano kandi batire mu nabasikale ba UPDF benyine ne bakora nibalinda kimwe bibira bino batekisa mu nkora bakitekisa mu nkora nikisimira government bukumari nkuba kulinda hane kibire kiri hano headquarter kiegegwa district kibire kumanya kikoto mune kya hano mbali nisaba nakuli kabamba bayiraba baserikale batukwatanizeho boze nibenda kulima ebyo kuli antu endaki emiti barane batema bakole babayarende ekyo ngambire government kiteke mu amani obutukumala kusise obuhangwa buno enjura tujagire ni ati ebibye bijja kuba tusesera obuhangwa enjura nebura itaka tumaze kulima kubi itaka lyona nilisisikara ngejja kusanga litakena muna rwezo nitujja kuyamu nendwaire nyingi muno tukwa tusesera obuhangwa kantu bulo nemibaze ndi tukwa intufuna ekweneruga mu miti nibagamba gendo temu muti guti ofuna umbaza muti okagusebuka gutemaira nentahya yaitu yonka mu bya government naito musaho yaitu nejja kia accent likajja kutubula ala kubaina haja abarambuzi bajja barambula ebisoro basanga ebisoro tibiro byona bikagenda yi nabike tukole tutta kurango buhamba bwaruka tuleke kutema emiti tulabantu ndo buhangwa bubyo kurungi tuleke kutema emiti tuleke kulima ambisaru kandi tulime ndime nungi walima swekere urutoke rwawo ne kwenjira etagwa amazika gatwara walima gezaho kurango tuprocessa tulimire mu ndime mbi swekere ebintu byawo kurungi government tugisabe yongere mu amani kikusoboka nkukikusoboka bayiraba bweta yongere mu amani nijja kufuga emiti nijja kufuga itaka konka abantu tohoyo tuina kurango omuntu onaraba kwasire na talibanizo buhangu bagezeho muno hakiri kumutekaho ikibonerezo kyamani undi kumutekaho kutasura sente za amani okusanga ba traffic bakwata omuntu wa traffic uwe mutu kanavuga kubi bakamukwata mutekaho ikibarwa kya sente nyingi bayiraba tugezeho muno kukekereza enquest tukozesa na makaraga tukozesa tugese ugakendeza obuntu tukozesa esigiri zine nunge zina mwebimba talikire kisigiri kyekiyoma obukani tusakoisa ebyote bine byombikire bombike byitaka tali kuwise bina ebyote bya mahiga asatu abo bwire kuba butito ebyo kubagamira mbanyina bingi doke kitambira buhangwa hali butali ne tugezeho buli mulimo gwange iwe na nyowe itwena oba mu refugee oba mutaka ko muramugo bari kugamangu kiro kiko cyokuza aba refugee tukwenda abana Uganda bataka nabala aba refugee tena tuikalire hamwe tukwataniza hamu tuli muntu omu baitu kiri kikuru muno kurango buhangwa twabusisa
webale muno of course mukona kutangezeho ebyo kandi tuli mu studios tulinde mu aba TPO abajya kuri YouTube channel you can follow us tekaho 98.0 Britop FM message yawe ndagisoma kurungi muno tekaho 98.0 Britop FM warayendo gumzeho tekeho TPO program ujya kusanga live and clear then ata message yawe ndakusoma kurungi muno yes ndora abakuru hano baluka immaculate webale muno message yawe uzinja kusoma ndayika myself ba Bright ba Joseph nyonja kusoma kurungi muno just take a message and gisanga gisome clear kali munyikirize alakantangira mugambe ondi then ko tugumize mu libeni okay we are done it's okay so leka tugende kaguzo bya I think for the interest of time kali leka tugende kaguzo bya abantu obancho gonda kaguza abakuru bene binge basobora kandi bene binge bakwataho ngonza kubasiyuma ngubinge bakwataho kandi bene basobora ibyo buhangwa kurinda ibyo buhangwa beito itona tukwatwa kali tera 080 sanibiri makumi abire ana mnana Airtel eri 0 05 ana naina nkaga naina then ana ibiri tubaze huito na mkaire kando sekuzukyawe then abakuru banu baragarukamu yes line is open 0 sanibiri makumi abire ana mnana then Airtel eri 0 naina nkaga naina ana na ibiri buri chukonda kaguza line 0 open then tubazeho naiwe then abanyakura YouTube channel yaito nayo is very active and working nano usobora kurabayo yes nano so kurabayo then ogire cyo kaguza undiki icyongereza tubarizeho akerekana video Yes, hello. We again. Very sorry. Gumiza mote line zero open. 0 makumi abiri ana munana 0 naina kagana ina then ana ibiri line zero open. Then tubazeo n'abantu. Maybe as wait for some callers.
Yeah.
So kwe chuongerezaho we continue.
As we wait for some callers.
Yes.
I just want to appreciate all the partner organizations onaze tukola nazo nga bwetulaba wano tulinawo only for Oxfam, Allied, TPO n'ensamizi naye bw'oba ozze ku base tutuuka ne mu 5
ebitongole
tuli bingi nnyo ffenna tukola omulimu guli gumu wakulaba nti abantu betukolera obulamu bwabwe bubeera bulungi. Tulinayo sectors ezikola ebyokusomesa bo basomesa tulinayo abasomesa nursery, abasomesa secondary, primary, ebyemikono abo nabo nga bapartners webali. Tulina ne bapartners abakola mu bya wash ebyobuyonjo abyamazzi buyonjo bw'omu nnyumba okusomesa abantu buyonjo bwa community, environment, communal places, markets, ebitongole nga bingi nnyo sobola byogera n'enkola ki n'ebimalayo. Tubeerayo n'abakola protection nga nabo weebali bayamba oba olina GBV cases, simanya rape, simanya abuse, exploitation, kyonna ky'olaba nti kikola ki nti kikunyigiriza obulamu bwo ekitongole kibeerawo ekikola ki ekisobola okuyamba. Ne wabeerawo abakola support, psychosocial support nga bo baliwo kuyambako bantu badde mu mbeera omanyi bw'oba oyise mu ntalo ebirowoozo bwe bikyuka basse abantu bo ng'obalaba ebirowoozo bwe tebisigala kyekimu ebifaananyi biri bisigala bikola ki biri mu mutwe gwo abamu bajja nga bagala kwetta naye we babeera nga balinayo abantu abakola supporting eyo counseling kibayambako okukola ki nti batuula mu ggwanga eppya lye bazzeemu ne basigala nga basobola okutereera mpola mpola nga we bayigiriza we baba counselinga wabaayo kukola tatya osobola omukwata.
So anyikiriza leka nsoma some of the messages ezinakolabire amikutu kuno then meanwhile abamasimu akaire katyaho dakika sugeze entaito muno mudakika sugeze entaito muno zino sokutere simu munyamugisa nkababiri basade of course ngo tumetekaniza tugene mukindi. Onagambire is Mr. Cash Uganda watching live and listening. Thank you so much. Totugambire yo number oli but thank you so much. This is Bright Philemon. Agambire big up to TPO. I'm listening and watching from Town Church. Atuna la Town Church kuli na akasibire. Webale. This is Baruko Immaculate. Agambire thanks to Oxfam, TPO, Allied and Insamize for making it. Baruko, we don't know where you are. This is KBS Media One watching from Dubai. Thank you so much, KBS Media One watching from Dubai. We want, of course, go on following. Then gumizamu to message yangu tujagisanga then gisome loud and of course goes na kenga twaliza mpora. So couldn't have any question. These people tabakagwiz.
It is okay. Never health partners.
Yes.
Abajanjaba ebirwadde byoyina. Obulwadde kabe bulwadde ki we wojja abasawo baffe bakola ki babeerawo abo nabo ebitongole weebiri.
Okay.
Tubeerayo n'aba livelihood. Bino ebyenfuna bayasomesa osobola okwebeezaawo otya. Ku katono ke bakuwadde kubanga ffe ba partners tetuwa kyonna kyonna ekiwedde tetuwa full package naye tuwa buyambi it is support. Weba mmere tukukwatirako ne tukuwa ekikola ki ekisaanidde nga oba oyagala ekisingako awo ng'osobola okuluyiyenga osobola okukola ki okweyamba. So abo babeera aba livelihoods ne babeera nga basobola okukola ki okuyamba ku bantu nga babayigiriza. Tubeerayo ne poliisi. Tulinayo abafandazi baffe kati nga ku base tulinawo UNHCR, tulina gavumenti ya Uganda, gye tuli tulina gavumenti yaffe tuli kumpi tugenda banoonyeza wala munda mu Uganda tulina ababeera in charge of refugees babayita OPM bonna abantu benjogedde mpozi nga waliyo benneerabidde naye bonna bakola omulimu w'amaanyi nnyo ne wabaawo abo abalinkinga families olina ono eyakubulako owulidde maama wayinza okuba aliwa muganda waaliwa nabo bakola ki gye bali basobola okunoonyeza abantu bo nosobola okubasinkana ne mubeera wamu so ebyo ebitongole byonna bingi nnyo just nga wotulabe wano Allied TPO Oxfam Nsamizi Red Cross Save the Children tulina IRC tulina Finnish Refugee Council tulina FCA tulina Accord tulina AHA tulina MTI tulina HI tulina ACFORD tulina ebitongole bingi tulina KRC abo bakola ku bya nutrition so nosanga nti ffenna tukolera wamu okulaba nti obulamu bw'aba refugees nga bwe basikinga right to seek protection to seek safety nga bwe tugambye tulabe nti really the safety they desire we try our best to provide for them environment ebeere nga ebaaniriza nga nabo basobola ogibeeramu nga tewali buzibu bwonna era there is great peace mu community yaffe n'aba refugees baffe kubanga there is always peaceful coexistence messages nti aba refugee n'aba nation tusobola okubeerawo tutya awamu nga ffenna tuli omuntu ogwo omu.
Okay. Yeah. No, kale leka nsome of course messages kaibiri Saturday then abamasemo tindukumanye kibairoho but leka nsome of course messages kaibiri Satu ina izindakura YouTube channel yetu. Ona gambere is Amoti K Espo. Agambi, thank you for the radio program. Kasita Porto Zaire. Are those people willing to join us in Chegegwa People's Dialogue to discuss issues of Chegegwa? Development scheduled 28th of June 2022 at the district headquarters. That's a big question. This one is from Dubai. Agambere, otherwise, thanks for the radio program. Thanks for your commitment toward this community development.
Yeah. But all activities is in settlement. We work hand in hand with the district.
Yes.
Coordinating with them in all activities. And we also have interagency meetings. As well at district level, all partners come and attend. So whichever program that is at that district and the Chaka team, partners have to attend. We always comply and we attend. So if it is also concerning us, we shall have to be there. Partner representatives will come and we shall share views for the betterment of our community.
Wow, thank you. Edakatsigeza yuntaito abamasimu dakatsigeza yuntaito lekambaze unainywe oboraba orowetekani dakatsigeza yuntaito muno and tuntu mukumaliriza umunyamugisa babiri bonko boraba roho dende boraba taliyo atumalira abanyamugisa babiri bonka boraba taliyo then of course tumalirize with those messages and comments dakika ibere zonka 078 072 20 ayitanu naina kaganaina then na ibere obwire butwireo so we can so katigo sibula
na TPO ino kujane sibula kwange batshade
it's okay katigo now sibula then just a minute ntubalia.
Thank you so much. Sigatenze Immaculate Baluka. I work for Oxfam Chaka 2 refugee settlement.
Wow, thank you
so much Britop for hosting us. Thank you so much TPO for putting your money in this radio talk show for the improvements of the refugee programs.
It's okay. We can use that microphone. You can use that.
Na yoni twaraka kisakano sima TPO abo tuteka msente kwijja hano kandi no supportinga aba refugee baitu amabara nsigaire ndika tusabe chance n'ugo mukitongole ya Allied.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, muno mutekaniza antwaraka kisakano nanyo kusima abantu nisima muno abahuliriza baitu gonze batasobole kuteera masimu baitu bale kutuliza kwamanya bene batuliriza.
Okay.
Nkusima aba partners bembali nabo mu studio naba batasobole kuyija abo kwegaita hamu tukasobola kukonyera abasuuti baitu hamu n'abantu wetu ababulikiro abayikazi ba hosts. Amabara gange nya tumusime Patrick nkola na TPO ndi omusawo ayakukutira omuntu ayireza emitwe nkuterera omuntu wena oyina omuntu oba mwana oba mwojo oba muntu mukuru ayina endwaire z'omutwe batwikirira TPO tujja kubakonyera otyo muno.
Okay, thank you.
Otyo muno moderator. Nisima ubona abatwaire obwire bwabo kutushobora kutuliza kyalero kino. Nka bulijjo nisima na batakabanga halinye karaba atyaka ne bicuke berere kiyaka. Nsigere ndi muganyezi Godfrey minyakulire byo buhangwa mu kyaka tu refugee settlement kandi nabatakabona abaherero. Sizo ne kuija mwetekanize kuwena kwende miti ya kalitunsa kwende bikibyo nebyo kubyara byabusa mwejensa mizi tubahereze no burabo ina hikazi nga uri mutaka ya kalitunsi je tukuhereze miti obyare ubori hamno hama kasente otalimpa kawo.
Wow, thank you. Mwebali of course aba TPO kandi mwebali of course na aba parents of course amnya kwizere gere mwahanura hari abantu mwa sharing out nabo. Mwebali amnya following via our YouTube channel. This is Adon akankwasa our Adon Smart Saloon mulhapuyo agambira aloho mwebali mun of course following enyo amnya kuwachingire ndiki about following kurabira channel egi mwebali mun. Abaronge tunahingula hano nenya bujoke rekamba gondezo ko okwikara kurunge kandi ka uturiza mutekanize zindi za value and study ezimu. Good evening.
Thank you.